Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name is Ross from PTCGRadio, and I'm back with another game from PTCGO. This time I'm again using my TDK deck, but this time rather than showing you a particular matchup, although that's what it will do, I'm trying to prove a point, or at least answer a question. And the question in this video basically is, will cards like Enhanced Hammer, Cobalion, etc., will they counter TDK? So, and you see again, Hypnotoxic Laser, Verbank. I'm not making this up, ladies and gentlemen. People get it all the time. So, essentially, he here is playing a counter deck. You can already see the Garboor, you're going to see a Mewtwo, a Landorus, Cobalion, and Enhanced Hammers and stuff like that. And the question is, can TDK take it down? So I'm poisoned. I haven't got a huge amount to work with yet, but it's not the end of the world. The question is, what do I want to do? And this might seem like a bad idea, but I actually Juniper. And here's my explanation for that. Firstly, I play Power Pad to get those supporters back. But secondly, I need to get going. I could Skylar for an Ultra Ball or a Plasma Ball, and then I've got one Pokemon with a Plasma Energy on. That's not getting me a KO anytime soon. What I really wanted was a Thunderous Escape Rope Energy, which I didn't get. But I got a Kyurem Energy. So now, you know, I can be getting... attacking with Kyurem next turn if I hit an Escape Rope or I hit a Chorus Machine to retreat the Genesect. But not only that, had I got, you know, a Chorus Machine energy, I could have used the big attack with Kyurem. So you see there, I hit the Escape Rope, I've got my Kyurem, everything's going well. I am going to bench Thunderous there. Now this might seem a little bit silly, but actually this makes perfect sense, because I don't care if he goes after Thunderous. He's not KOing, and what I'm doing there is digging for a laser. That's why I played the bike. I wouldn't have usually played it there. But I get a Deoxys, so it's not the end of the world, because now I am two-hitting him, whereas before I wasn't quite two-hitting him. This will do 100 rather than the 80 it would have done previously. And... you know, if he's trying to take down my Thunderous, then my Kyurem's going to be okay. So this might seem a little bit silly, benching the Thunderous. And you see that he plays a catcher, hits a heads. I don't know if I agree with this. Because, and you see there again, I wanted him to do that. That was the absolute best result for me, and he's gone and fallen for it. Because now he can't laser my Kyurem. He can't hit me with a Muscle Band. He hits the Enhanced Hammer, though, to take off the coloured energy, which, of course, is the right decision, because Kyurem needs 2 coloured energy. But, of course, if I can get Thunderous out the active, then it's really not, you know, I'm still getting the KO there. But, you see there, he's going for the easy KO on Thunderous. He's going for the 2-hit KO. And he even put the bench damage onto Genesect. Have to scramble switch there, don't like it, but what can you do? So my Kyurem's sitting there entirely untouched, which is fantastic from my point of view. Because my Kyurem is what I actually want to be attacking with here. What my opponent's gone and done is gone for the easy prize. And why would you go for the easy prize here? As I've talked about on the podcast this week, with Jirachi being an easy prize, go for Jirachi as the final prize. Go for Thunderous as the final prize. Right now, Thunderous is back on the bench, and what's actually going on here? He's not got a KO. So... I don't know. But he has got Mewtwo here. He goes for the catcher. He again hits heads on a catcher. And he again goes for something else. And I don't know why he's doing this. He does end me into a much better hand, though. So, cheers for that, mate. Now, Mewtwo would have done 100. With a laser, he would have got the KO. Now, he's got the KO on Genesect, but why do I care about that? He's got a Garboor out with a tool, so Red Signal isn't doing anything right now. Now, he does, again, hit the Enhanced Hammer to slow me down and stop me using Kyurem's second attack. That's not the end of the world. Now, the reason I'm using a Chorus Machine here is because I'm assuming he hasn't got many Enhanced Hammers left, and... with a coloured energy, not lightning, and a plasma energy, I get the 1-hit KO on Mewtwo with Deoxys if he's got as little as 2 energy down. So, that's very good. Or indeed, with a Muscle Band Laser, it gets a KO with 1 energy. And you might think it's silly putting Thunderous down here, but he's not threatening a 1-hit KO with Landorus, so I'm not really worried at all. So he's hit heads on both of his lasers, and he's managed to hit 2 enhanced hammers. And yet, I'm not particularly worried. Now, I have whiffed the energy here to get the attack going, and that kinda sucks, but it's certainly not the end of the world. Now, that also actually makes it harder for him to get the KO, because he's doing 80 damage here. He would need an energy and a laser to get the KO, and that's not what he wants to be doing. So he ends me again into, quite frankly, a nicer hand than I had previously. He's active, he's poisoned, maybe he retreats or switches, but I'm getting some energy down there. And then he brings out the big gun. He brings out Cobalion, and he gets rid of my energy, and he puts a bunch of damage on. But again, I'm not terribly worried about this, because essentially, I mean, one of the awesome things about Plasma is that you're able to, get all your energy out and get going. But I can Chorus for 9. I'm just going to leave Kyurem active there, and I'm going to poison his, and put his Cobalion to sleep. But I'm thinking about the prize trade here, and that's one of the things that TDK does very well. Now, I've got my Kyurem active, and my Kyurem's going to die. If he puts a Muscle Band, and there I'm getting the Lasond and Chorus back with Power Pad, because Lasond's amazing, and if you look at both our benches, Chorus is netting me the most cards. I always want a Lasond in my deck, and I want the best supporter left. This is what I've been saying about trying to add consistency. You've seen I've been N2-4 twice, and I've drawn out of it, because I'm playing a lot of supporters. And I'm even power padding more back in. But if we think about the prize trade here, oh my god, he's going to kill the Kyurem. In order to even up the prizes, he's then going to have to kill another Kyurem. And Kyurem's a real pain for most decks to actually kill. So I'm not terribly worried here. I'm forcing him into either retreating or switching in order to actually get anything done here. All that poison damage is going to accrue. And he still needs to hit a laser or a muscle band in order to get the KO, or he's not actually going to be doing much damage. He's not going to be getting the KO. Now there he hits another enhanced hammer, and again he gets the energy off of Kyurem, which makes sense, because now I'm not threatening the Chorus Machine energy to do his second attack. And then he switches out to Landorus, which is fine, but again, he's not getting the KO. He's trying to kill that bench Thunderous with residual damage, and that's going to take a long time. Sorry, my battery's running low. And it's going to take him a while to actually kill that Thunderous. I'm not terribly worried. Now, you see here, I've got the escape rope, and I've got the Chorus Machine, and I've got the energy and all that good stuff. So I play the escape rope, and whatever he puts up here is going to give me particular options. And the good thing about escape rope, of course, they go first. So he puts up Cobalion, so what am I going to do? I'm going to put up a Thunderous. Because he can't use Enhanced Hammer to get rid of that lightning energy, so Thunderous is going to do some damage. And I know here that he can retreat into Landorus and do 100 to my Thunderous. But essentially, I'm one turn ahead of him. He's trying to counter me, but I've got counters to all of his Pokemon. The only thing I'm not directly countering is his Cobalion, but I'm doing 50 damage and attaching energy to the bench. I want him to leave his Cobalion active. He's doing 60 to me, I'm doing 50 to him, but I get to attach energy as well. So, what he's probably going to want to do here is try and retreat into the Landorus and do 100 to my Thunderous and do 30 to the bench Thunderous, but who cares? Or I suppose he could actually KO the benched Kyurem here, but again, all that's doing is making the prize trade uneven. And he's got the Landorus there and he does 100. But I can just retreat, put an energy on the Kyurem and get the KO. And that Landorus has got 2 energy on it. Now, firstly, given how easy it is for me to KO his Landorus, I question him putting 2 energy on it. But here we go, I'm going to get the KO with Kyurem. And go down to 2 prizes. Now, if we look at his bench, what's he most likely to use to get the KO? Well, he can either 2-hit KO with Cobalion, but of course, if he 2 hits KOs with Cobalion, then I'm just going to kill him. and he can use Mewtwo to get the one-hit KO, but you'll notice earlier on in the game I put a Plasma Energy on one of my Deoxys. What this basically means here is all I need to do is have an energy, and you'll see I've got some energy left, I've got an energy in hand, and I've got a bunch of really good supporters like Juniper and Colrus for if he ends me to 2 to try and get that energy. So if he goes ahead and tries to use Mewtwo to kill my Kyurem, I'm coming back with Deoxys, so I'm really not worried here. And what you can really see from this game is that a lot of people are going, ah ha ha, but Plasma loses to Enhanced Hammer. Now you'll see here he's hit at least 3 Enhanced Hammer over the course of the game. And he's hit them at key times. He's been taking Coloured Energy off Kyurem to stop me using Blizzard Burn to... And you'll see there he ends me to 2. I draw a Bike and a Colrus. Consistency, ladies and gentlemen, cannot stress it enough. So you see he gets a KO there with Mewtwo, and the chances of me not drawing an energy are basically 0. And although he's been able to stop my Blizzard Burn, I've been able to use Thunderous to attach energy to my bench. So it's not been a big issue. And yeah, Landorus has done 100 to Thunderous, but then Thunderous goes back to the bench. Thunderous ain't dead. It's certainly not the end of the world. Now what I love here is I say good game because I've got the KO, because I know I'm drawing my entire deck. He puts a smiley face up thinking I'm conceding, and I'm just reminding him that unfortunately he's actually not going to win here. I was trying to be nice and saying, you know, good game just before I win. He thinks he's going to win. He's not. There is, in fact, free rainbow energy that gets me to win. So, really, this game is put up here to dispel a misconception. TDK, this is effectively a counter deck. TDK should be one of its good matchups. He's got a type counter to everything that I play, but I've got a type counter to everything he plays. And although he's got his Enhanced Hammers and his Cobalions to knock off special energy, I'm attaching to the bench with Thunderous, and I've got my Colrus machine, so it's really not as good as people make it out. Hopefully this has been informative. If you like it, as always, like it on YouTube, subscribe, all that good stuff, tell your friends, and I'll be back soon with more videos. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.